The NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America. NBA Season 8 2021 matchup coming up next. Toronto Raptors 2-5, New York Knicks 3-3-2-7. NBA Season 8 2021 matchup coming up next. Detroit Pistons 1-8-4-2, Indiana Pacers 2-7-3-1. NBA Season 8 2021 matchup coming up next. San Antonio Spurs 2-9-2-9, New Orleans Pelicans 2-6-3-3. NBA Season 8 2021 matchup coming up next. Chicago Bulls 2534, Miami Heat 3129.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The opening tip won by the Bucks as we get going at beautiful new Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. Old school backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Brook Lopez with the block. That's out. Last touch by Brook Lopez. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Shot from the lane won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Simmons into the front court, trailing by 4. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to Holiday. Nice pass to get things going.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Holiday controls the basketball. 2-point advantage to Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Ben Simmons, couple of free throws on the way. 56% for his career. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Milwaukee with the basketball. Antetokounmpo to Brogdon. The jumper's off the mark. To Simmons. Rebound taken by Milwaukee. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Simmons. No good. Defense catching a break there. Giannis in control of the basketball. Lead is 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3 for 4. Good start.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Can't miss those. Brogdon to Adetokunbo. The drive, right to the...
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And the front court comes Simmons. 10-6 our score. Lays it up and in.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Chris Middleton on his own island hits it from 3.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Holiday to Adetokunbo. Driving right to the basket. Shot from in close, no good. The follow won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Beyond the arc for 3. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Tobias Harris with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he hits. The Bucks at the controls. Drew Holiday missed his first. That one goes.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
And the finish, slam dunk.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Holiday. Middleton. With a drop step. That's out of bounds off of Giannis. Deep left corner. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Giannis with it up top. His team up by 1. Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. To Adetokunbo. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Giannis Adetokunbo. Giannis Adetokunbo. He's now 4 for 6.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Holiday gets it in the left corner. To Holiday. Has a look. Drew Holiday. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Easy path to the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Holiday to Adetokunbo. Short jumper stays out.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, Get to the free throw line. See the ball go in the hole.
And finishes strong.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Bucks basketball. Giannis shoots. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Harris. Just off the mark.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Time for some new personnel into the game. And the basket good at the rim.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Holiday.
Hey, watch the screen left.
To Korver. Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Fires the three. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down. To Korver.
I got ball.
Swings it. Trying to cash in. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play. Get locked in.
Harris. Nothing going here on that drive. Bucks at the controls. And he's going to the free throw line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
P.J. Tucker has got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter. First one, counted. Able to convert on both free throws. To Embiid. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
To Holiday. Terrific vision. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
It goes down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And breaks it up.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Holiday. scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Simmons. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. He hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Drew Holiday. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons. For 3. Not that time. He missed it. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number 13,
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To P.J. Tucker. Forward to P.J. Tucker. From long range. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That ends the first quarter. The 76ers have the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. It's a one-point game as we get rolling once again here in the second quarter. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good. To Korver. Going a launch beyond the arc. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Korver knocked loose. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. To Tobias Harris. Off the assist.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Brogdon. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want.
And look out.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Embiid. For three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And he connects on the first free throw. And he hits the second.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number 22, Chris Middleton.
Hits all three free throws.
Good shot, good shot.
And scores at the rim. Beautifully done with the Euro step.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons fires the three. Message received. Well defended. DiVincenzo to Brogdon. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And it's Harris who's able to clear the rebound. Chance for the process. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Great defense, forcing the miss. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Simmons. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Brogdon to P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for 3. This young man can drill them on a dime. Dante DiVincenzo.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Simmons to Embiid. Missed a wide-open look. Giannis in control of the basketball. His team leads it by 10. Simmons with it. They're looking to make something happen. Second effort. Good job to locate. Defense has the rebound. Middleton to Brogdon. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Malcolm Brogdon trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Sixers control it. Simmons to Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range.
To number 17, P.J.
Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's perfect from the line so far. Nope, first one does not go. Second and 3, got it. Giannis with it up top. It's an 11-point game. To Lopez. Brogdon. To Middleton. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. 3 for 3 in this first half.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Simmons. Fires the 3. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your pass.
Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
To Danny Green. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Adetokunbo to Brogdon. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Lets it fly from long range. Danny Green. He's going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. First try, no good. It's a second. One more coming. Giannis in control of the basketball. Up a dozen. Holiday. Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
From the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
George Hill. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the ball.
Oh!
Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Drew Holiday with a piece. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. Substitution being made in this one.
For the 76ers, number 15.
Simmons to Hill. For 3. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Antetokounmpo, open look. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Simmons. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Got something for him. I got him.
Throws it down.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Cashes in for 2.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Brogdon. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Antetokounmpo. Steps through and scores.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Going to launch beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. The follow won't go either. Brogdon to Antetokounmpo. Brogdon to Antetokounmpo. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office. Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Number 33, Tobias Harris. Subbing in,
Danny Green to Simmons.
number 50,
For 3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Down the lane to lay it in.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Lopez to Holiday. Nothing going here on that drive. Antetokounmpo to P.J. Tucker. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Danny Green to Tobias Harris. Fires the 3, and he'll head to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw. Second free throw off the mark. Still one to come. Whoops, that won't go. Brogdon to Antetokounmpo. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Simmons. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
And he buries it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Howard. Giannis Antetokounmpo pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
He throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Ben Simmons, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 75% so far tonight. First one goes down.
Number 41, Nikola.
Rose 2 for 2. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Bucks in command of this one.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Bucks worked hard for their halftime lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The 76ers have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game drive. Bench points.
The Philadelphia 76ers are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
I'll take Antetokounmpo, and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Simmons into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Turns and slams it down.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
Brogdon to Antetokounmpo. To Holiday. won't go.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
Holiday at possession. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Brook Lopez. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
And that one is out. Bucks at the controls. Brogdon to Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. Here's Lopez, down low. Nice pass to set things up.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
It's a big finish.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
Adetokunbo to Holiday. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
And a nice finish at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Ben Simmons sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Giannis with it up top. Lead is 12. Cruises inside for 2.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Brook Lopez sends it away. Fourth this contest. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Runner's good there.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Adetokunbo to Holiday. Adetokunbo to Holiday. Won't go. To Simmons. And scores. Strong take.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Rebound cleared by Philly. To Simmons. And the slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Middleton. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. Here's Simmons with it up top. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. And he finishes at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
The Bucks at the controls. Holiday to Adetokunbo. Dwight Howard rejects it. Ooh, 5 now. Hill into the front court. The deficit is 6. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Adetokunbo to Middleton. To Simmons. Ah, the monster stuff.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Bucks basketball. Adetokunbo to P.J. Tucker. Cleans the offensive glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throw good for Giannis. It's a three-point play as the Bucks add to their lead. In the front court comes Simmons. The margin standing now at 7. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Ben Simmons swats it. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Time to shuffle things up.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number 26, Kyle Korver.
Not that time. To Holiday. Ben Simmons tips it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Now pass stolen by the Sixers. And scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Bucks at the controls. Holiday. Down low to Mirotic. Swings it to Korver. Beyond the arc for 3. Offensive rebound. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Simmons with it. The deficit now up to 5. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. If that's a Euro step, a side step, however they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Woof.
Holiday. Here's a chance from long range. No good. Holiday controls the basketball. Up by 3. To P.J. Tucker. From the outside, no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Count it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Korver. Holiday. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Simmons with it. Down 5. To Tobias Harris. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Tobias Harris. He's got 2 shots coming. His percentage right now, 57%. First free throw is good.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number 34, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And gets both to drop at the line. Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. Not that time. To Antetokounmpo. And that one out of bounds off of Buck. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number 9.
Simmons fires the 3. Textbook defense. Giannis in control of the basketball. Leads 3. To Holiday. Sixers have it. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
From the painted area, won't go down. Harris. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
They get it down to Tucker. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to...
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Giannis with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Sixers able to clear the rebound. That's all for today's game. That's foul number 6 after that call. Tobias Harris at the line for 2 shots, shooting 66% in this contest. First one, counted. Two for 2 on that trip. From long range. Tough shot. Well defended. The follow won't go either. Another follow stays out. The follow won't go either. There it is, 6th foul. He's on the bench for the rest of this game.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Tobias Harris, a couple of free throws on the way. At the line so far, he's shooting 72%. Knocks down the first.
Number 11, Brooke Lopez. And number 13.
And he makes them both. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
3 quarters down. It's the Sixers out in front. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Short jumper won't fall. Howard, great dish to set it up. For 3, that's off the side of the rim, short. Middleton. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Hill. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Brogdon. And count the basket inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
George Hill trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Milwaukee with the basketball to Middleton. That's out. Last touch by Chris Middleton. Hill across the timeline. 2-point advantage. Superman, Dwight Howard. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. No good. Brogdon to DiVincenzo. To Middleton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Finish that.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Brook Lopez, 4 out of 7.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 21, Joel Embiid. Into the game for the Bucks.
Middleton to Brogdon. Beyond the arc for 3. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Hill into the front court. Lead is 2. Superman, Dwight Howard. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Has a chance. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First try at the line, no good. Missed the second as well. Holiday to Adetokunbo. And finishes strong.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
He connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. The Bucks at the controls. Screen coming. Sizing up the defense. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Cleans it up. The follow won't go either. Holiday in possession. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. To Adetokunbo. Slams it down.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Simmons into the front court. He'll run the offense. He gets it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Giannis in control of the basketball. All even here in the fourth. To Holiday. To Adetokunbo. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Rises for the slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Simmons driving, but his shot no good. Shot won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Simmons to Embiid. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Wide open look, won't go. To Simmons. Here's a chance from long range. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
He was hacked. They let it go. Dwight Howard snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Had a chance, but it's no good. Here's Simmons with it up top. The deficit is 6. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Baseline drive. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Sixers call for time as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Milwaukee Bucks, number 13.
Simmons to Danny Green. Fires the 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Harris lets it fly from long range. That's how you defend.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys trail by 10. Superman, Dwight Howard. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
See, because he's not trying to easily work his way into the game. He's being aggressive. And when you apply that kind of pressure on the defense, inevitably they will start making mistakes.
Here comes the screen. Baseline drive. Adetokunbo. Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Bucks basketball. Middleton gets it in the right corner to Adetokunbo.
2 minutes remaining in the 4th.
Scores from the post.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or a thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
4-3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Lopez. Cleans it up. Oh, follows and finishes.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Middleton. To Brogdon. Adetokunbo. Simmons with it. Trailing by 14. Count the bucket for 2.
This is what we call turning up here in the second half. I don't know what was said during the timeout or during the team huddle, but this player has really started to come out and play with purpose in the second half.
Adetokunbo to Holiday. Adetokunbo to Brogdon. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
To Danny Green from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Holiday controls the basketball. They lead it by 14. Sixers have the basketball. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
The Bucks claim victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks won this game after a close finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The 76ers must be devastated after such a close loss. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers,
Game track. Field goals.
neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course. But even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.